Hi there, Isolde here, and today I'm just gonna play around with makeup, and this is the look I came up with. It's sort of an inspiration of the Urban Decay and Game of Thrones collaboration. Who else is excited? The thing is, I'm not using any of the products. I know as much as you do by now, but I sort of took inspiration of the photos and the teasing that they have done on Instagram, and I have this feeling that they are going for a purple, green and gold sort of theme, and I am here for that. And since this makeup is inspired by a makeup release that hasn't been yet, I thought it would just be appropriate to talk about other makeup releases that has been. So let's jump into it, shall we? So I have all my makeup right here in front of me. I have swatched all my purples, all my greens and all my golds, because that is colors we have been teased about from Urban Decay. And I've also swatched my purple lipsticks. Depending on how this look will turn out, I will wear one of those, probably. First and foremost, we're gonna prime, and the way I prime is by using a concealer, because I'm not that fancy bitch. So, primed, or at least concealed. And now we just jump into the colors. And I'm not even gonna bother telling you which products I'm using right now, because I don't know. I will save it for the end. And let's jump into the actual video, which is me talking about products that are coming out, has just coming out, that I am either excited for or disappointed in. So first and foremost, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I mean, come on, of course I'm gonna talk about that one. The biggest thing that she has coming up with is the Riviera palette. That's how you pronounce it, I hope. I'm actually quite disappointed at the palette, which I seem to be the only one. Everyone is super excited and like, oh my god, this is exactly what I wanted from them. Ooh. I am just disappointed. Really, really disappointed. Because they announced sort of the outside of the palette before the inside, which is smart, just overall. And they have this sort of yacht, boat, sea type of vibe. And I am all for that. But the inside is just not exciting to me at all. So the Riviera palette is a lot more colorful than other palettes. And I think that's why people are so excited. Because she usually do like neutrals with pops of colors. And I do appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. But the color palette, I'm disappointed in. She basically just has a lot of pink tones. Too many pink tones from my taste. And I am not about that. I actually don't like pink overall. And their sort of main star is a pink. Also, Anastasia have released some highlighters. Not excited for those either. I'm really not excited for anything that she has put out. I just feel like I wanted something else. And that's just a personal preference. Okay, now let's go over to Colourpop. I mean, Colourpop is killing it. Coming out with new products like every single week. It's seriously crazy. So Colourpop has come out with like a lot of makeup lately, and I'm here for it. It's so much fun. It's coming to a point where it's kind of overwhelming, and I've been hesitant to buy anything for the last month or two, because I'm just sitting here waiting for, what if they come out with something that I love? And then I've already placed my order, and it will be chaos. So the different new makeup they have come out with is the new mascara, the BFF mascara, and the eyeliner. And I am so down for a colorful eyeliner or mascara. So I'm actually curious to how the mascara is, just the black one. But also I have been loving what I've seen on like Instagram and on YouTube when it comes to the purple one. I want that one so bad. I want the purple one, and I want the teal one, and I want the blue one. Of course, that's my color palette. And they have also collaborated with Zoella. The only thing I really have an opinion on when it comes to her collection with Colourpop is the fact that the palette, the eyeshadow palette, the main star of a collection of any sort, is just so underwhelming, and all of the colors were just warm toned browns and then an intense blue navy shade basically. And I looked at that palette and my first reaction was, I want that. But then I looked at it twice and I felt like, no, I don't just want the blue one. I just want that blue color. I don't care for the rest. And that's not really how it's supposed to be. And then we also have the green palette, which is Just My Luck, I think it's called. And I'm into that. I am really appreciating what Colourpop is doing with colorful palettes. But I was sort of hoping for blue one, just because blue is my color. I will not buy that. It's my lucky. It's my luck, not my lucky. Just because I don't use greens. Kind of disappointing that it's green, but not that much, because I know that greens in palette are sort of rare, and an all green palette even rarer. So there will be people out there that is so happy about this, and I'm happy for their sake. And for the last thing from Colourpop, now this is sort of just a rumor. I saw a YouTuber, don't remember her name, but I will put it down below. But she was talking about new makeup releases, which is videos that I tend to watch because I think they're fun. She said that she had found a picture I have actually seen, but I didn't connect two and two, that they're going out with a villain palette, and I'm so here for that. You know, it's Disney. I love Disney. I'm gonna use it. Next on the list is Buxom. I love Buxom. Buxom makeup is just so beautiful. Sadly enough, I don't own that much from them, but I've always been like drawn to the Buxom booth. Now they have come out with some pastel liquid lips. I think that's liquid lips, or is it just glosses? I'm not really feeling like I need these lip colors because I'm more for darks than lights, but I think that it is a quite fun idea because some people are really into those pastels, and having a pastel lip, I'm just trying to imagine it, and it looks cool, but it's not my style. If you were like a pastel goth or someone who like cute thing, that would be so much fun, but it's not for me. I am more towards the dark side. No. But they also come out with primer infused blushes. Now, I am not a blush girl. I own one blush in my entire collection, and that one blush is from a face palette where I bought this palette for the contour shade. And that's the only blush that I own. And sure, it looks good, but I just feel like my face is so naturally red or pink toned that I don't feel like I need it. With that said, I want to test out more blushes, see if I can find one that I actually like, and maybe I can find like a cool toned one, not like bright pink or orange or whatever, just something a little bit less dramatic but gives my skin life, because I do realize my face look kind of flat when I'm done with my base makeup, so it would bring back a bit of life, but I just need to find that blush. So I might test out their primer infused blushes just because I'm curious and I like the brand. So next up we actually have a primer, and that primer is the Milk Hydrating Gripping Primer. I'm very curious to this primer because I'm sort of fascinated by the Milk Cosmetics brand. I'm interested in them. I want to try some out, and this new gripping primer actually looks right up my alley. I have really dry skin, and maybe my makeup would actually look a lot better if I had a hydrating primer. So I've been looking at the Smashbox hydrating primer, don't know the name, because I've heard that it's really good, but it is expensive. And then I saw this primer and I was like, oh, this sounds good, but it's also a bit on the pricey side. It's not as pricey, I think. I might correct myself on the screen. I don't know, I just would like to test out a hydrating primer, and I've been interested in the Milk Cosmetics, so it would be fun to test it out. Speaking of Smashbox, they have dropped a collaboration with the Hood Witch? I don't know. It's a crystal themed collection and I am here for it. I'm all like, yes honey, give it to me. And oh, the collection is just beautiful, really. I would love to have it, I would. Now, do I like everything about their collection? No, I'm not that excited about their palette. I feel like it's just underwhelming, truth be told. I sort of expected it to be more colorful than it was. Is it beautiful though? I mean, the packaging. Whoa, they nailed it. They nailed that packaging. So goddamn beautiful. Then they have this highlighter. That one I have my eyes on. I would like to test it first though, because I'm very particular about my highlights, because I wanted to have this very natural wet look or metallic look. If it's glittery, I'm out. I'm not for any glitter highlights. And if it's non-existent, then why would I buy it? You know? But the one thing I'm actually super excited to try out is their setting spray. I think it's like a set and prime spray. I don't really know. But they have 3 different ones. I don't know if they're actually doing something different or if it's just the colors. But there's a pink one, it's a purple one, and there's a clear one. And the purple one is supposed to be, you know, the rose quartz, which is standing for love. And the purple one is supposed to be amethyst, which is standing for clarity, I think. And then we have quartz, which is the clear one. There is, I think it said just crystal ritual on that one. Now I am very interested in crystals overall and what their meaning is and what they're supposed to help with and so on and so forth. But I'm not a walking lexicon. That's what I believe it's supposed to be inspired by. And I would love to have these, even if it's just one of them or all 3. I think it's a bit of a waste to have all 3, but I mean, why not? Then they also have like lip colors and they have eyeshadow toppers. They look fine, they look fun. Am I gonna grab them? Maybe. Is it like the first thing I will go for? Nah. And now for my favorite release, since forever, is the release from Tarte, which is their High Ties Good Vibes palette. Oh, it's orgasmic to look at. It's just right up my alley. It has the blues, it has the neutrals, it has the intense glitters. Now, I'm not that much of a glitter person, but I would definitely use those glitters. It's like, and the packaging? Yes, please. As fast as this dropped, I was like running to their website. I put it in the cart, and then they put out like a giveaway, so I have sort of stopped. I'm not that hopeful that I will, get it, but I am hoping that I will get that giveaway of the palette, because that would save my wallet, because I do not have the money to spend on whatever. But if I'm not winning that palette, I will definitely buy this palette, because it's just so beautiful. Right up my alley. Yes. Speaking of Tarte, another release they came up with just a little while ago is their new like side company, or like a sister company, I guess that's what it's called. And it's the Sugar Rush company that has like very cutesy and adorable makeup. And truth be told, I do think that they look good. That's not really my style, so it's not really grabbing my attention either way. But something that did grab my attention, the new Violet Voss palette, the Sugar Crystal one. It's everything I want in a colorful palette. It's just so beautiful. So goddamn beautiful. You have every single color from the rainbow. You have every single color in the rainbow that is metallic or glittery. And then you have an even lighter shade of the same. It's just exactly what I want. The only thing that would make this palette even better is if they had a darker shade of every color of the rainbow. Then it would just be perfection. But am I gonna buy this? Hell yeah. I mean, come on. I have been looking for a really good rainbow palette that has just every color of the rainbow that I can play around with. I mean, sure, I have this NYX Ultimate palette in brights, and yeah, it is a really colorful palette, and it has really good colors. I mean, I am using the purples and the greens right now, but it's sort of underwhelming. Some colors are, not all of them, but some colors are. And sadly enough, it's the blues, and I like blue. But yeah, I would love to have that palette actually. Now, let's see, what do we have left? We have, yeah, it's the Rebel Rose collection from Wet n Wild. Now, I haven't used Wet n Wild in forever. I bought something out of them for a very long time ago, and I wasn't really that impressed, but I do know that their formula has changed a lot during the years, and that more and more people actually like them, so I might give them a try. And the Rebel Rose collection, I mean, it caught my attention, but the more I looked at it, the more I realized that it's not really colors that I would use. It's just right up my alley. It really is. But it's not that like grabbing my attention like the Violet Voss palette or the Tarte palette. It's just like, ooh, this is dark, this is interesting, I am here for it. But the closer you look, the more I feel like, it's not really colors I would use. Which is sad, because I am here for that darkness and fun that collection is providing. Something that disappointed me, because I am really in love with eyeshadow and eyeshadow palettes. Their eyeshadow palettes, they have 4 out, I think. Or is it 3? I think it's 4. The color ratio in those palettes are so just very specific. So you can't really get a lot of different looks from it, which bothers me a lot. But at the same time, I mean, it's a quad. It's a quad, right? With 4 colors. So you're not gonna be able to do 1,000 different looks like you are with, you know, the Born to Run palette that has a lot of different colors. So I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm just not gravitating towards that small palettes. It really needs to catch my attention if I'm gonna do that. And the only one out of the 3 or 4 or whatever it is that caught my eye is the one with like 1 blue shade. The other ones are just not my cup of tea. I don't like this mascara. It's the Paradise Mascara from Maybelline. No, it's the Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal. And everyone is raving about this, how good it is. And I'm sitting here like, no, I can't see it. Darling, I've tested so much better mascaras out there. But I'm just trying to empty this out. I shouldn't have taken that mascara. It doesn't look as good as I wanted to. I want to look a lot more dramatic. Maybe I'll put a mascara on top of it or something. I'm gonna do my base. So I'm just gonna speed through that. I realized that I put on my concealer before I put on my foundation. And yeah, it's too late to do anything about that now. So, okay, I'm making a mistake. Never, ever put on foundation after your concealer. I mean, are you seeing this? Oh my goodness, why did I do that? You know what? We are restarting. I have makeup removers. We can just do it again. So, I'm back. I have no idea how much got actually recorded and how much disappeared, but this is the finished look at least. And I am quite happy with how it turned out. It's like super dramatic, super smoky, colorful, and a lot of glitter. Definitely outside my comfort zone, but I am so happy that I did this, and I really think I sort of got what I was hoping I would get. Surely I had an entire different picture in my head, but I still think that this looks good. So since this video was all about, you know, new makeup releases, things that have released, things that are going to release, I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Both on the products I talked about, but also if there's some makeup releases that I missed, that I don't know, just went over my head for some reason. So please, if you have any, you know, opinions about the different makeup releases, just leave it in the comments below. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye!